What up, y'all? I got another good session for you guys today. I'm happy about this one. This is the first time I've gone pretty damn heavy on the bench press since I dislocated my shoulder, I'd say just over a month ago, about 5, 6 weeks ago. So you can see I warmed up with a plate and then we went to 185. I'm doing triples to get warmed up. I'm definitely going to do a heavy bench program at some point this year again, because I kind of miss the feeling of having to constantly pump the chest. You know what I mean? This is 185 for 3, plus that top end strength, which was just crazy. But right now, I'm still doing bench and/or bench variations 3 times a week, so it's not bad. But doing that 4 times a week was special. You just don't have time for much else. This is 225. I'm gonna hit this for a triple. Try to keep my ass on the bench, which half the time I don't care about, but sometimes I want to build that. I did 225 for 5 as a back offset as well, which felt good. But yeah, that's a warm up. And then we hit 245. I thought I was going to hit 245 for a triple because, again, when I was doing that bench program, I did a 10 by 3 for a 245. So I really thought I had a triple in me at 245. I did not. I think the first one kept my butt on the bench, went really flat. And then at the end, I was like, oh, got to get that up. And I tried for a second. No, we don't got the second one. So I was like, okay. All right, so forget the 3. Let me just put a little bit more weight on and go for another top end single. So that's what I did. So this is 265. And part of me was thinking, maybe I go even higher up after this because who knows? But, after benching less and especially benching less heavy because of the shoulder, I'm not surprised that super top end strength just wasn't there. This 265 was a grinder, but it wasn't too bad. And I'm happy about that because, again, not that long ago, 265 was my max. So for me to just casually do it, on a random Thursday, after dislocating the shoulder and all that, it's true that my strength really has gone up over time. So, I'm really not unhappy about that at all. This is the back offset. This is 225 for 5. I thought about trying to hit max reps, like maybe try to push out I think the max I've done is 6. So maybe I was going to go for 7 or 8. But again, towards the end, I was like, nope, this is all I got. So this is a set of 5. I did rest for a couple minutes and come back and hit another set of 5. So that bench session was pretty heavy and pretty high volume. I was pretty happy about that. Then we hit the squat session. This is 255. I do a 4x5 of this. That's what I have for the schedule today. For the small off, again, no belt because it's just not that heavy yet, and I'm trying to get more comfortable without the belt. I am feeling some back fatigue today, some low back fatigue, a little tiny bit of soreness. So I do throw the belt on for the 275. This is 275 for 3. Again, that felt smooth as butter, nice and easy. I definitely felt the added stability with the belt, and it just felt like nothing, honestly. And then this is 290. I'm going to do a 2x2 of 290. This is a good one. Again, that was nothing. Then we load up 330. So this is 90% of my 1 rep max. So this is the top single for the day. So this is a 330 for 1. Easy work. Easy work. Easy work. Yeah, so you can hear how I felt about that. That was easy work. Part of me going into that was thinking, maybe I'll add on and go even higher than 330 and, maybe challenge my 1 rep max because I feel good. But I got to be smarter at not doing that, everything in good time. And I took that same mentality over into my deadlift session that you see here. I'm going a little bit conservative. This is effectively the first week of this training block. So I'm trying to go conservative with all the weights. Just leave it light. Instead of trying to do everything that I can do, I'm just going to leave it where it is. This is 325 for a pause deadlift. I thought about doing heavier, but I was like, no, I'll do heavier next week and the week after that. So just trying to be smarter with my programming and training, managing fatigue, and building up to the 1 rep maxes instead of just doing them randomly. So that pause deadlift session felt good. These are back off sets of 275, which I am pretty happy about because I really need to fix the deadlift form. I got to keep my hips a little lower, lean back a bit more, and I think that'll help me get the top end power that I need because I got to break through my current max. My deadlift is the oldest max, so it's the next one I got to break after I'm done with this squat program. So I'm pretty excited about it. These are weighted pull-ups. I was going to do 45s. So I was like, I'm forcing it. I want to do 10 reps. So I threw a 25 in there and did a set of 10. And then I do another set of 10, just straight body weight.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is heavy knurling on it, and there's no platform open, but it doesn't matter, because in my opinion, if you do a strong rack pull or a strong RDL, it is very good carryover to your conventional belts.
Shout out to Eric Bugenhagen. You hear me listening to him? Man, it's super entertaining. Then I'm doing these shrugs with the farmer's handles. I was going to do farmer's walks or barbell shrugs, and I was like, this is a combination of both. So this is 110 pounds because these are 55-pound plates. I think the handles weigh 5 to 7.5 pounds. I don't really care to factor it in. So 110 pounds in each hand here I think I do 15 of these, which is nice. My son gave me the ready, set, go on that one. This is a 155. You gotta love hearing his concern. He's seen the handles rubbing up on my legs. He was concerned, and I love it because he just sees me push through and give him knuckles. And then I went for glory. So this is a 180 in each hand, which is above my body weight. This is pretty damn fun. You can see it threw me off balance at first. I wasn't sure if I could even hold this, and I could hold that no problem and rep that out. I probably had a couple more reps in me, but I wasn't trying to force it. Yeah, that felt super good, especially coming off the dislocated shoulder. Just having that much integrity in the shoulder joint to shrug that heavy ass weight felt great. Then I did some single leg RDLs at a deficit. This is a 5-inch deficit. What I'm showing you here is a little ugly. I ended up cleaning it up afterwards. I put my toes on the rear leg on the platform as well for more balance and was still able to transmit the force through the leg that I was working. So I got better at doing this properly as I did it because I did a couple sets. But this is good. I'm recording my voiceover a couple hours later, and I already feel that in the hamstring. So that was definitely a good idea. Can't neglect the hamstring work, and it really doesn't take much, honestly, especially with the amount I run. And this is the work for today, obviously not including the cardio. Get yours in, y'all. Get yours in. I'll talk to you next time.